I was pulling cards earlier, and the scenario and the energy that was coming out goes along with the Sacred Union energy update that I had channeled over on my YouTube channel here, if you're watching it on YouTube, because I do cross post everywhere. So make sure that you're following me on YouTube, on Instagram for more readings. But this scenario is kind of like a follow-up to that. The first card that came out was friendship, and then immediately to follow was the caution card. And I said, okay, what is this? And in that Sacred Union energy update, the extended reading, we talked about how this person really misses your friendship, really misses how you feel together. And actually, as I was just kind of randomly shuffling my own deck, I got the card, you were my best friend, or you are my best friend. And I really feel this deep-seated love that's coming back into the picture. So if you had a relationship with each other and there was some kind of separation, there was some kind of disconnect, there was some kind of wounding that you experienced together that created a separation, or that even created a breakup, that might have created some tension, friction, some arguments, some misunderstandings, miscommunication, that might have created some kind of resentment towards each other. I feel like there's illumination that has been coming into the forefront, especially for this person. This person is beginning to see the connection in a new light, and I feel like they might even be seeing their behaviors, their actions in a new light, and how they contributed to the connection. Now, two people play a part, two people have roles, and each person has to take accountability, because it takes two to nurture the third energy, which is your relationship, which is your connection. But I feel like this person in the past maybe had not done that, had not seen the role that they play, or that they had played in maybe the neglect is the word that I'm getting, the neglect of the relationship, the neglect of the connection. And you, as a result, might have felt very lonely with regards to this connection. I'm hearing starved for affection within this connection. So there might have been some pushing away. There might have been some withdrawal. There might have been some withholding of affection or of connection when it comes to this person in the relationship. I don't feel like it was personal to you. I feel like it might have been whatever this person was experiencing within their own ascension, within their own development and soul growth journey. But they might have projected that onto you and onto the connection. And that's why the separation feels like it needed to take place. Remember, this is for sacred unions. This is not necessarily a general reading, but this is for those who are in significant sacred partnerships or sacred union energies, or connections, and that's usually what I channel for. But I did want to follow that up here because, again, that friendship card and the caution card, I said, what is this? And it feels like this person misses your friendship, but is very cautious as far as taking that step forward, because, again, it feels like maybe they don't know if that door is open anymore. So I pulled a clarifying card, and the clarifying card that came out was commitment, followed by confusion. And it feels as if this person wants to take a step towards this connection again. I feel like there's this growth. I feel like there is this higher level of understanding now. There is this maturity that's coming through here. This person's been through a lot in your absence and within the separation phase. Separation is just an opportunity for individual growth. Separation is an illusion. Remember, you always carry the energy of that person with you. You're always in union. You always carry that energy with each other. But I feel like this person, they really miss the foundation of the friendship. And whether or not you have a physical connection in the future, that's going to be up to the two of you to have a conversation and communicate together. But you have to make sure that when you come together, that you are on the same page and the communication is there. The communication is going to be extremely important, because that's what caused so much confusion in the connection in the past. There wasn't that communication. Actions might not have matched the words, or might not have matched the feelings, or might not have matched the intuition. So communication is going to be really vital. And I feel like this person does want to take a step forward. I feel like they're working on intimacy. I feel like they're working on closeness. This might have been somebody who had more of an avoidant attachment style in the past, where even though they crave and long for that intimacy, even though they crave and they long for that closeness, I feel like because of some kind of trauma, or because of some kind of wounding or pain associated with relationships in the past, they had held themselves back from those feelings of vulnerability, from those feelings of intimacy. And that closeness actually triggered their trauma response, their fight or flight reflex. And so that's where the pushing away happened. However, that might have triggered you because you might have had more of a either secure or an anxious attachment style. And even if you had a secure attachment style, the push and pull dynamic of the connection might have kind of led you into more of an anxious attachment style, where you want the desire for closeness and you feel like resolution comes from closeness. And that is a very human experience. That is a very soul-centered experience, because closeness and vulnerability and intimacy is what builds the bond of connection. But you might have kind of stepped into more of an anxious because of the push and pull dynamic of the connection, because it might have made you more anxious. It might have made you ask yourself, what exactly is going on here? And you, instead of allowing for space, you might have actually pushed for more connection out of your own attachment style. So that's where a lot of the push and pull, runner chaser dynamic might have come into play. And so I feel like you've both been working on your attachments. You've both been working and growing within yourself and how you relate to each other and how you communicate with each other, either together or energetically, or within your own journey. You've been working on this for yourself. But I feel like this person who might have had the more of an avoidant attachment style might be looking at, okay, how do they actually view commitment? They might have viewed attachment and commitment as kind of, how do I say this? A threat to their independence, and not recognizing that what you were offering was freedom and love. They didn't understand that you can have connection and you can have commitment and you can have independence all at the same time. They didn't truly understand that because of their previous experiences when it comes to relationships. And this does not have to be a romantic relationship. This could have been family dynamics. This could have been friendships, whatever it was that they experienced in the past that led to a belief being formed around commitment and around relationships. It was closeness is a threat. Closeness takes away my independence. Closeness is a threat to my independence. And so now I feel, because they've been missing you, because you offered such a stable foundation for them, you offered that friendship. It wasn't just romantic love. It was this beautiful connection, this soul deep connection, but not just that, it was friendship at the core, friendship at the foundation. Because you offered that, in the absence, I feel like they have been beginning to understand what the connection has meant to them. We also have the cards support, hope, and soul connection. So again, this wasn't just a casual relationship or a casual connection. This was a very deep-seated soul connection that was experienced. And I do feel like they have this hope, this faith that this will come back together again, because you two did actually support each other. And actually what I'm feeling is you might still be supporting each other. You might still feel that energetically. You might still feel the love and the support energetically. So what do they want to say to you? Let's just get a couple more cards and see, what do they want to say to you? What does this person want to say? Yeah, I've been so hurt in the past, and I promise you, you're not alone. So this person still feels very connected to you, and I feel like they want to come towards you, especially if you've been dealing with anything seemingly on your own. In the past, they might not have felt like they had the emotional capacity or the emotional capability or availability to be there for you, even though they wanted that. Again, I feel like this person is a very sensitive person, a very deeply feeling person, and very much wants that connection and feels the yearning and the desire for that connection. But it was their own trauma response, their own defense mechanism, their survival mechanism that kind of pushed that connection away. And I feel like they had in the past worked at overcoming that, but I feel like it had been triggered so much that it was like they pulled away, and that created this kind of separation. And you too might have, felt like it was too much, that maybe you were abandoning yourself, maybe you were neglecting yourself, and neither of you should be doing that in connection. You should be supporting each other. That's what a healthy, conscious relationship does. It offers that support for each other, not in a codependent way, but in a beautifully whole, independent way, so that you come together for the nurturing and the welfare of your connection, for the reconciliation and the repair of your connection. And so I feel like this person wants to come towards you again and offer to you maybe what they couldn't in the past, or maybe what they weren't aware of in the past, is what I'm also hearing. There's an illumination, there's a clarity that's coming through for this person. And I feel like they're understanding how their own past and past patterns and behaviors and experiences had contributed to the patterns and behaviors that they had associated within this connection as well. What else do they want you to know? Wow. So we have, I'm in love with you. I'm ready to take this leap of faith, and every road leads back to you. So yeah, I'm just hearing the song Many Roads, and I feel like there are many ways up the mountain. There are many roads and there are many paths. And you might have thought that it was just one path. You might have thought that it was just one linear road, and that because of this breakup or because of the separation that it is over. But it can unfold in a number of different ways. We have to allow ourselves to release the expectation and release the attachment to an outcome, and just allow love to be, just allow love to flourish, just allow love to be. I don't know how else to put it, because I do feel like there is this potential for reconciliation. There is this potential for a coming together. Now that's going to be up to you as far as what that means. You know, it's your energy too. It's your life too. So make it of it what you will. As long as you're in a state of your own empowerment, as long as you're in a state of no longer abandoning yourself, no longer neglecting yourself, no longer sacrificing yourself, which you might have done in the past with regards to this connection especially. But I feel like this connection was showing you that growth. This connection was showing you where you had done that maybe in other areas or facets of your life. And I also get the strong feeling that there has been a lot of growth within you, and that you are now honoring yourself. And so whenever you are entering into connection, whether this is with this person again, or whether this is with somebody else, or family dynamics or friendships, there's a strong energy of your energy has changed so much. You have grown so much. You have had your own enlightenment or illumination when it comes to connections, and when it comes to what it is that you want to experience versus what it is that you don't want to experience, what it is that you deserve in connections versus what is it that you absolutely do not deserve, and that you will not tolerate, that you will not accept anymore. So it feels like this energy is, this connection has potential of coming back around again, but making sure it's in the energy that is matching the growth that you have done for yourself. I'm ready to take this leap of faith. I'm in love with you. I'm still kind of feeling baby steps with this. I'm ready to take this leap of faith, but I feel like there is this courage that's coming through, and we channeled that for the Sacred Union energy update as well, almost like the new moon in Leo plus the Lionsgate energy plus all the significant cosmic support, astrological transits that are coming through, is really opening the door for new courage, new strength, new ways of being. It's a rebirth that is happening, and I feel like that rebirth within the self is going to trickle over to potential rebirth within the connection. So make of that what you will. Take it as it resonates for you. We're going to be channeling more on this in more Sacred Union energy updates coming up. All right, make sure you check out YouTube, make sure you check out Instagram, make sure you check out all my platforms for the full spectrum. Sending lots of love and lots of light.